to episode 8, I think. Yes, 8 of the Knitting Diaries. Today is June 6th and my name is Ingarosu and I'm coming to you from my hometown of Egilsstaðir in Iceland, where I live with my husband and our 3 boys. And this is a podcast about knitting and sometimes some dyeing and sewing of bags, not garments. I haven't taken that plunge yet. You can find me on Ravelry as ingarosu and on Instagram as inga.rose. I have a Periscope account. I've done 2. The latest one I had deleted, it wasn't all that great, but it's kind of, I get more nervous when I'm talking on Periscope. It's fun, but you get all kinds of weird people on there. Yeah, so thank you for coming and checking me out if this is your first time, and thank you for coming back if you are coming back again. Last weekend I went with some of my friends to Akureyri. We were throwing a friend of ours who is getting married later in this month, a bachelorette party. That's a hard word to say if you're Icelandic. But yeah, we went straight after work on Friday and drove to Akureyri, which is a 3.5 hours of drive. And we went straight to a spa and went in the hot tub, and later that evening we just went home to one of the girls who lives in Akureyri. She has a really big house with lots of rooms and a room for everyone. So we just went to her and had dinner and stayed up late in the evening, reminiscing of old stories and laughing, and it was really great. Then on Saturday, our bachelorette is a singer, and one of the husbands of our friends, yeah, that came out weird, but one of my friends has a husband who is a musician, and he has a recording studio, and we began the day there, and she recorded a song, which is going to be played in the wedding. If you are familiar, you can, or if you have seen some advertisement that was done on YouTube called, I can't even remember what it's called, but the singer is Emiliana Torini, and the song is called Jungle Drum, and it's a love song, but not a typical love song. And then we went to it's called Listigarður. Yeah, it's just it's a park in the middle of Akureyri, and there we got our picture taken. That's something we have been doing since I got married in 2000, and no, it's before that, or at least it's something that we have done every time we do a bachelorette party like this, is that we get a group photo taken, and maybe I will pop one in for you because there are some regular pictures taken, but then there is a theme, and this time the theme was an 80s gym class with Jane Fonda, so you can imagine the costumes. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to explain that even, but it was so much fun. It was amazing. And then later in that evening, on Saturday, one of our friends who was with us, she had a birthday party. She was turning 35, and that's when the day ended. And then when that was finished, we all stayed in with Christine, so the one with our really big house. So it was just the whole weekend with these 8 girls. It was amazing. It was so much fun. But sorry, I'm getting a message on my phone. While I was in Akureyri, Atli took the boys to his brother's farm. He is a sheep farmer who lives outside of Egilsstaðir. It's about 20 minutes, half an hour drive. And they went to his farm to look at the lambs that are being born right now. It's almost over, but the lambing season. And since I wasn't going with him, I asked him to take some photographs and some clips for me, and he did. I probably would have done something else, but he was more focused on the boys than the sheep, so I might just have to put together a short video, and I'm gonna put that right at the end, because I had a question in the group, and she was asking about the Icelandic sheep, and I will answer that in the end, and then put in the clips and the pictures. The weather here has been amazing, because last summer I think there was maybe, I don't know, in the memory it was a horrible summer. It was almost just 7 or 8 degrees and Celsius the whole summer. So last summer was, not good. But now we have been experiencing some really great weather, and I've been posting on something on Instagram showing that. And when I say really great, that is maybe 20 degrees, 22, at the most 23. That is the top we get here. And we always laugh about it when Icelandic people are getting hot and everything. That's maybe 15, 16, 17 degrees outside. That's when we start to take off our clothes, and the tourists just watch us with some kind of pity in their eyes and think we're all crazy, because they are still wearing the hats and gloves and their down jackets and everything, and they are not hot at all. But I'm looking at my show notes over here. Let's get on with some knitting. There hasn't been a whole lot, to be honest, because I've just been outside enjoying the good weather and playing with the boys and being on Akureyri. I'm drinking Warbrygg. It's a beer from the Faroe Islands, from Færeyjar, and it's just a really nice, fresh summer beer. But I finished, and I don't think I even started this the last time I podcasted, my monkey socks. I even made a sock blocker for them. This is just a wire hanger that I shaped like wood, and then put a sock in it, and then just stretched it out a little bit and shaped it some more so it would be the shape I wanted. I had some time ago posted a tutorial on how to do this, and that was all measuring something. I just didn't want to do that. So these are my monkey socks, and I did the one with the pearls because I like them. And this is my hand-dyed yarn. And I just did the cuff one by one, twisted rib, and around the toe, and Kitchener. I can show you on the other sock. And Kitchener the toe, and with the method I put a tutorial for this also, how to how not to get the corners in here. Don't remember what episode that was, but if you check on the group on Ravelry, you will probably find it. Oh yeah, we have a group on Ravelry, and you could just search the group tab for the knitting diaries. But I like that is the foot, the bottom of the foot, and that just shows the color change in the yarn really well. I also finished Emily of the Arctic Knitting podcast was asking for test knitters for a hat pattern she was designing, and I volunteered to test knit that for her, and I finished that one too. Yeah, and here that is. It's a stranded hat. I show you better later, but don't know if you can see that at all. But this is just some yarn I had in my stash. It's called King Cole Merino Soft DK, and as I said, I just had this in my stash. This dark grey and purple, and this is stranded knitting. But this is a really good. I would say this would be a really good beginners project for stranded knitting, because there are no long floats on the back. I can show you. Okay, that's the back, and this hasn't been blocked or washed or anything like that. Yeah, this was a fun knit, and I think I might even keep this for myself. I'm not used to wearing hats, but I like this one a lot. So you should keep an eye out for when that pattern comes out. Those were my kláruverkefni or finished objects. I'm still working on my bunny. This is in my bag from Sarah of the Reluctant Sisters podcast, and I am starting the pattern, and up until then it was just stockinetting around, so very easy. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get to work on this one because I want to wear it, and this lovely weather we are having. This is a lace weight yarn called Cascade Forest Hills. Tab only has a number but when I go and put it in the project page on Ravelry, it says coral, and it is so much as 51% silk and 49% merino wool. I had some trouble with the yarn I told you about last time, but I think it will be okay when I wash it and block it. It will even out the little bumps that are coming out here and there. But I will try to get to work on this more. And I haven't worked on my Freya at all the last 2 weeks. It's just been so hot that I don't want to sit with a mostly fully knitted lopapeysa in my lap. That would be just too much. So I'm not even gonna show you that. And that would be my only works in progress, because I just finished the monkey socks, I think yesterday or something. When I was in Akureyri, I bought some fabric and I am going to make bags from. Look at this. I think it's really pretty. And it's a not, it's kind of not stiff, but more to the fabric than just some soft cotton. It's more sturdier, so I think this will be really good in bags. And I am doing a swap with Jennifer. Yes, Jennifer of the Plain Fleece and Fiber. She lives in the United States, but she has Icelandic sheep, 3 of them, and is breeding them for their wool. She's a spinner, and she sells, I think she sells roving on Etsy, and we are doing a swap, and I am sending her a project bag and some yarn. I'm going to dye up for her, and she is helping me get some labels so I can label the bags that I am making. And this is the other fabric, just these trees in these cute colors. And this is also this sturdy bag fabric, I'm gonna call it. I have also been making stitch markers or progress keepers, I think these are called. Look at it. And I love this kind of bronze color. It somehow, in my opinion at least, makes it look a little bit vintage. And I made that little girl and this dress on a hanger and a rose, because that's my name. Ingarosu is actually a translation from is rose. And just a happy face. And some of you may recognize this symbol. I recognize this from a television show called Charmed that I used to watch when I was younger. Don't remember when, but fairly young. And then this is, it's a unicorn. I like this one a lot. And I have not been dyeing as much as I wanted to, but since Atli has been working on shifts, that means he is away a lot more on evenings, and then it falls on me to put both younger boys to bed, so I'm not having as much time to dye as I want to, but sometimes I can sneak in a little time. And I was testing out some of my new colors, and look at this, it's crazy purple, and the color is called Purple Pop. It is actually this crazy purple. I'm filming in my bedroom now because Atli is not working tonight and Unnar is awake, and so I'm filming in my bedroom, and I have only this yellow overhead light, but the window is just right before me, and that is giving the light you have. And of course it's not dark yet, so we are using the daylight. This green, I made this one also. This is blended by me. This is not a ready to buy color, and neither is this one, and I love this one. It's this gold yellow color, and I love this one. It's beautiful. So hopefully I will be dyeing up some more yarn. And I have been trying to think of some colorways that I can, and what they would look like in my head, at least for now. I am doing a swap with, I think I talked about that last time, with Iris of the Knitting in the Mint Green House podcast, and she's in Finland. And I was going to tie up a skein for her and send her, and I only had that chance last night. So Iris, your package is coming. Podcasts I wanted to mention. I am in some kind of a Scottish podcast craze. I don't know what. But I discovered 2 podcasts, and they are both in Scotland. They are fairly new. There's less than 10 episodes in both of them. The first one is Eva Christie Hand Knitting, and she's a designer, pattern designer, and works a lot with indie dyers local to her. And there is something about the Scottish accent that I love. I really enjoy listening to her. And then there is This Boy podcast, and that is David and his dog Max, who is on there sometimes with him. And David dyes his own yarn and sells on Etsy. I think that store is just called This Boy. And I heard about him from the Dye Another Day girls. They were showing off his yarn, and it was gorgeous, beautiful. I think it's called Bronze Queen. Was it Bronze something? Bronze Queen. I think that was it. And it was amazing, beautiful. And I am really tempted to buy a skein of it, but I haven't given in just now, but I probably will. Yeah, this is not gonna be very long, but I still have that question I wanted to answer, and it was a question about the Icelandic sheep, and she wanted to know more about them. And when I say she, I mean, sorry, I'm going into Ravelry because I wanted to have her name. I didn't write it down. Oh, it was Nicole, who was the winner in my 200 subscriber giveaway. And she wanted to know, her question was, I would really like to know more about the sheep in Iceland and their wool. I have heard that the wool is special because of the cold climate. Yes, and it is, I don't know if it's special, and I am by far any expert on Icelandic sheep, but I know a little bit. And now, in the springtime, is the birthing season, and after the lambs grow up to a certain weight or a certain days old, they are released and they roam around the highlands in all the summer and as long as possible, really. Usually we have, I lack the English words, but we round them up in maybe September, October, depending on the weather, really. When the first snow comes, or there is a predicted snow, then we go up to the mountains and get them down. And the Icelandic sheep has more or less stayed the same since the land was settled in the 9th and 10th century, because Iceland has rules and regulations about breeding or about importing animals to breed with livestock here. So the animals the Viking brought from Scandinavia are pretty much the same as they were when they first arrived. So the Icelandic horse and the sheep and the cow, and nothing has been tampered with since the Vikings brought them over here. And the Icelandic sheep has wool, and it's layered in 2 parts. It's called tog and þel. And since I know some sheep farmers, I just thought I would bring you, well, not the sheep obviously, but the closest I could get. So this is sheepskin, and very many homes have this. There are so many embarrassing baby pictures taken on a piece like this, but this is, you can see, maybe not, maybe you can't see it at all, but this is the inner part, and this is, yeah, you can kind of see it. This is really almost kind of fatty with oils and just from the sheep. You can see here, this is really soft, and these are fine, very fine hairs, and this is very insulating and very warm. But on the outside you have these really long hairs, and this is, I forget which is what it's called. This is the tog, and it consists of the really long hairs that cling together very easily and is really not waterproof, but very close, because when you're wearing a lopapeysa, it usually doesn't get wet. You have to really soak it to get it wet. If it's just raining, the outer layer will get wet, but the inner layer won't. But so this is the tog, and this is the þel. It's really soft, and usually with the lambs, this is really curly, and you can see no, yeah, you here. See, this is really curly when it, and when the, of course when the lambs arrive, their hair is so curled up. It's really cute. They're always, and this is a color. Most Icelandic sheep are just white, but this color, and some farmers don't want this. This is called mórauður, and it's just this called golden rustic color. And even though some farmers don't like it, others do, and they try to breed that especially, so that the color doesn't disappear from the world. No, from the livestock, or I'm just not having words today. Yeah, just so all the sheep are the same, just white. And there are many different colors that you can have. Of course, gray and black and white and this color, and then there are color blends that are really cute, especially on the lambs when they are born. Yeah, that's probably all I wanted to say this time. And I will put the clips and the pictures that I took after this. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching and deciding to spend some time with me. I'm always finding new podcasts, so there is a lot of them out there. So I really appreciate you taking some time and joining me for half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm trying not to have this too long, because I mean, I like watching like Mina of the Knitting Expert and the Grocery Girls I love the podcast. They're really fun and informative and on all kinds. But those are sometimes almost 2 hours. And, and for someone like me who doesn't have a lot of time to sit and watch on whole episodes, it kind of loses something when you have to watch it in maybe 4 or 5 sittings. It just isn't the same. But so I'm trying not to have this too long, so you can watch it in one sitting. So I hope you really like it. And again, if you have any more questions, please come into the group and put a question in the Ask Away thread, or just put it down below. That's perfectly fine too. So I'll see you maybe in just a week. I'm trying to get this back on schedule, or the same weekend that Unnar isn't here, so I don't have to record in my bedroom, but I can do it in the living room. Yeah. So thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in probably a week. Bye.